Have you ever found yourself just staring at your Meta ads dashboard, completely baffled as to why your costs just shot through the roof? You know how frustrating it is to get generic advice. Well, today we're going to break down a tool that's like having an AI expert on call, one that digs past the surface level stuff to find the real technical problems in your campaigns. So, to really get what this tool is all about, we first need to talk about the word meta, but maybe not in the way you're thinking. We're actually going to start in the world of competitive gaming. Yeah, you heard that right. You see, in gaming, the meta is basically the unwritten rulebook. It's knowing which character is totally overpowered right now, what strategies are crushing it in tournaments, or how a tiny patch update just changed everything. It's the game about the game, and knowing it is what separates the good players from the champions. And that, right there, is the perfect way to think about this. The Meta Ads platform has its own meta. It's this incredibly complex system with deep mechanics, weird reporting quirks, and all these hidden dynamics that you won't find in the basic how-to guides. Winning isn't just about having good creative. It's about understanding this deeper game. Okay, so what happens when you try to use, a generic AI to figure out this super specific complex system? Well, you fall into a trap that I bet a lot of you have experienced. Just imagine this, because it's probably happened to you. You walk in Monday morning, pull up your dashboard, and boom, your cost per acquisition has just exploded over the weekend. You need answers, and you need them like yesterday. So you turn to a standard AI chatbot for some help. And here's the huge problem. A generic LLM, it's going to give you this essay, right? Oh, it could be creative fatigue, or maybe it's seasonality. Plausible, yeah, but totally useless. A true specialist, on the other hand, someone who knows the platform's meta, points to real technical stuff, a learning phase reset, auction overlap, or the famous breakdown effect. That's the difference between just guessing and actually diagnosing. And that, my friends, is exactly what this tool, Meta Ads Analyzer, is all about. It's designed to be that AI specialist that's been trained specifically on the mechanics and the meta of the Meta Ads platform. So how's it work? It's not just some chatbot with a cool name. It's an AI skill. What that means is it gives the Claude AI model a hand-picked library of 9 key reference documents pulled directly from Meta's own official documentation. So think about it this way. Instead of thinking about the entire internet, Claude's brain is laser-focused only on the official Meta rulebook for how things like the learning phase and auction dynamics actually work. Okay, so the tool really has 2 main pieces. First up, you've got the core skill. That's the brain, the library of metadocs. You can just copy and paste your own data right in, and it'll get to work. And then there's an optional MCP server that you can set up if you want to connect it directly to the marketing API and pull in your live campaign data automatically. And get this, the best part is that setting up the core skill, the actual knowledge base, is ridiculously easy. Seriously, if you're comfortable with a command line at all, we're talking 2 commands. You could be up and running in literally less than 5 minutes. Okay, so what can this AI specialist actually do for you? Let's dive into what the creator says is its highest value feature, diagnosing one of the most misunderstood, most frustrating issues in all of Meta Ads reporting. The breakdown effect. If you've ever broken down a report by placement and suddenly saw that Instagram feed looks twice as expensive as stories, you've seen this thing in action. It's a total reporting quirk. Basically, Meta's algorithm knows it might have to pay more for a certain impression, but it does it because it predicts a much higher chance of conversion. The report makes that placement look bad, even when it's driving amazing overall results. And this is where the tool is an absolute game changer. Because it's been taught what the breakdown effect is, using Meta's own words, you can literally ask it, hey, is this high CPA a real problem, or is it just this weird reporting thing? It'll analyze the data and give you a straight answer, telling you whether to act or just leave that high-performing placement alone. I mean, that alone could save you from making some really expensive mistakes. But wait, there's more. It's not just a one-trick pony for the breakdown effect. This specialist skill gives Claude a whole arsenal of diagnostic superpowers for your campaigns. For instance, that dreaded learning limited status? It can actually dig in and tell you why your ad set is stuck there. Or what about auction overlap? That's when your own ad sets are secretly fighting each other and jacking up your costs. Yup, it can spot that too. It can even take everything it finds and whip up a full structured report for you, laying out the root causes and what you should probably do next. Okay, so with all these cool features, how should we really think about this tool?
I mean, where does it actually fit into your day-to-day workflow as a professional advertiser?
Well, first off, it's pretty clear this thing provides real value. We're talking over 230 stars on GitHub. Now, for such a niche-specific tool for practitioners, that's a huge signal that people are actually using it and loving it. The source article puts it perfectly. This is not a replacement for Ads Manager. Think of it as a diagnostic layer that sits on top. Its whole job is to help you ask smarter questions, get to the root cause of a problem way faster, and figure out what's really going on with your campaigns. Now, of course, let's be real. It's not a magic button. There are some practical things to keep in mind. You have to manually refresh the API token every 60 days. And yeah, the initial setup for that live data hookup, it can be a little tricky if you're not a developer. It's a powerful tool for sure, but it's a specialist's tool. And all of this really leads to one final crucial question that this tool kind of forces us to ask ourselves as advertisers. How many problems are we missing just because we don't even know the right question to ask? A tool like this, one that gets the platform's meta, doesn't just give you answers. It actually teaches you how to see the game underneath the game.